Hey guys, how goes it? Dr. C is back. So the last few vlogs I uploaded were for a very specific audience, so I'm sure a lot of you didn't enjoy it as much as they did, and I apologize for that. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit of a broader topic, if you will, my pet peeves. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys can agree with me on this. There are some things that people do that just get on our nerves. We can't really explain why, they just do. Well, I can explain why. So here it is, guys, my top 10 pet peeves. Number 10 is when people ask me to mow their lawn. White people, let me talk to you right quick. Now, before I say anything, let me just make it clear, I have nothing against white people. Some of my best friends are white. Most of my best friends are white. I love you, white people. But it really aggravates me when, I'm just like mowing my lawn outside of my house, minding my own business, and all of a sudden I'll see one of y'all's rich cars pull up to my driveway and be like, how much do you charge to mow lawns? And I'll just be like, I live here. And I'll admit, it's funny when I see y'all's face go red and just drive off like you just made the worst mistake of your life. But when this happens at least twice a month, it really gets on my nerves. Number 9 is when you see a friend do something wrong or have them do something to hurt you, and you go and talk to them about it, and all they have to say is, I'm sorry you feel that way. Now, this doesn't happen to me that often. It happens on a few occasions with a few of my friends, but basically you're telling these people how you feel and things that are bothering you, and their only response is, I hear what you're saying, and I really don't give a crap. That's basically what these people are implying when they say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Number 9 is people who think they can sing, and they can't, and they insist on singing anyway. Me, being a musician, intonation and sound quality mean a lot to me. And if you're a terrible singer, I can tell right off the bat, and I'm going to ask you to stop, and you keep doing that, and I feel like pulling my hair out of my head. Number 7 is people who know they can sing and refuse to. They have a really great talent that should be more appreciated, but for whatever reason, they're too shy, they're not confident enough about it, they don't sing. And the only way you can get better is if you practice. And you need to practice in front of people who know what you're doing so they can criticize you so you can be even better. But, if it's really something you don't want to do, then fine, whatever. Just waste that talent that God gave you. Number 6 is people who eat with their elbows on the table. And I can't really explain this one. I was raised to have table manners, whatever. I try to keep them in mind at all times. But usually it won't bother me if someone else is, not being exactly, what's the word? If they're not having etiquette. Usually that doesn't bother me, but particularly when someone has their elbows on the table, or, this is number 5, when somebody is chewing with their mouth open or talking while they're eating. Make it stop. Yeah, it's not really something that's easy for me to put up with. Number 4 is people calling me a drama queen. I will admit, I tend to be very over the top. I tend to make a bigger deal out of things than I would like to. But more often than not, there's a reason behind that. There's something behind why I'm making such a big deal out of it. Maybe it is a bigger deal to me than it is to you. So I would rather you not criticize me for that. Number 3 is simple. Being ignored. Especially when I have something really important to say to someone and they just blow me off like it's no big deal. I'm trying to talk to you. Okay, the least you can do is say, just hold on for a second, let me do whatever, and we can talk later. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Number 2 is one that I've had since I was a little kid. Seeing people drive the wrong way on a one-way street. Now, the reason for this is I have lived in this house for about 12 years. And in those 12 years, you always have that one neighbor that thinks it's cool to not do the U-turn and just drive onto the street the wrong way because it's a shortcut to get to their house? What is so important that you can't take 2 minutes to drive down the block, do a U-turn, and drive back? Why is your life so important? I can be in as much of a hurry as I want. I always drive down 2 blocks, do the U-turn, and drive the block back. I can do it. Why can't you? And number 1 is being someone else's shadow. Now, this didn't really bother me as much before, but it has ever since I realized that it's an actual problem. Ever since I was a little kid, I always had the best friend who was always superior to me in some way. You know, they were always more talented than me, they were smarter than me, or whatever, and whenever it came time to do something special or anything like that, I was always overlooked for my best friend. Now, usually I'm the kind of person who never brings it up, but the other person never notices. So it's just kind of an awkward tension, and they don't know why, I do, but I just don't feel like it's worth bringing up. But there's always someone. I had one in elementary school, I had one in middle school, I had one in high school, and more than likely I'm going to have one in college. Even before I was in school, there was always my sister. My sister was, like the star student, she did this, she did that, and people were always expecting me to follow in her shoes. The fact is, I can't do that. I'm not as able as she is, and just a lot of people haven't realized that yet. I have my own talents, I have my own abilities, I'm my own person. I can accomplish just as much as she has, but I have my own way of doing things. So I've always lived my life in someone else's shadow. It's actually the reason why I'm one of the most pale Hispanics you will ever meet. So there you have it, guys, the little things that bother me about life. Question of the day, what is your biggest pet peeve? Leave your answers in the comments below. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and remember to share this video with everybody. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. I will see you guys later. Bye.